Okay, so it is working. That's weird. It like gave me this error where it was like, oh, the output's not working, but it seems to be working. I changed it because I wanted to see if it would make the stream smoother because we've been dropping off lately. Okay, so it is working. That's weird. It like gave me this error where it was like, oh, yeah, the output's not sorry, working. It was like playing in the background. Working. I changed. Okay. Hello everyone. So, as you guys saw, the girls had a fun night out. The Red Pill gang, the girl squad. And I see you guys are very excited about it, so I knew I had to do a stream. I actually wrote an article on it. Twitter is hosting a competition where the person with the most impressions wins $1 to $2 million. And I wrote quite a few articles, and the ones on Nick Fuentes and the sissification of the Red Pill and Groypers did pretty good. And the sissification of Red Pill and Groypers did the best. It was 356,000 views. And the Groypers has a lot to say about it. A lot to say, but with not much meaning other than seething and then projecting that onto me. The only rebuttals I really got were, here's a photoshopped image of you that Pearl used. You guys remember the one? They're using that one, and which is like a backhanded compliment because that photo is like 8 years old. It's like, oh, so you're saying I look young? Thank you. Which they're admitting to. You can't take it back now. You can't start wall posting now, and it's too late. And my ego's already boosted. And their other response was to say like, I wanted to get with Nick, which is like some fan fiction they made up for whatever reason. I guess like Nick made implications to make himself feel better like all these years with the like, sorry Brittany, Venti, no e-girls thing. So people took that, I guess, as like I got rejected or something when I never showed interest romantically in him. And both the times that I've met him, I was physically there with my boyfriend. I've never been alone in a room with him. But yeah, that's their current arguments against my article. So they're like chimping out at me. So I told them to go back to Mexico, and they didn't seem to like that. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat. She's late, she's a woman, she's black. Yeah, I don't have the bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Woman alert. Anyway. My article is great, thank you. So, anyway, before we get started, I wanted to show you guys something that I made. Where are we? So I made a new soap. I helped design it. And it's the Hammerhead Shark soap. It's brand new. And you guys, for the Indian bots that are Groypers, this is for you. You can wash your ass with the Hammerhead with the Hammerhead Shark Bar, and it looks like kelp in the water. It's very cool, and it glows in the dark when you shine a light on it. And it's very straightforward ingredients. It's a beef tallow soap as well, and it's sensitive skin friendly. So you guys should go check it out. I'm gonna link it in the chat. It's always gonna be on reidsoap.shop. Hi, Fanatic Media 44. Thank you for the $8 super chat. I'll give you a like for that one. But yeah, enjoy the Hammerhead Shark Bar. It's a, as you see here, cool ocean air, earthy greens, and softwood scent. So, it's bold, calm, quietly powerful. So I hope you guys enjoy my soap. Indians don't use beef though? Oh fuck. I should have thought it through. I didn't know that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So, like, right before the stream, I ate a gyro because I didn't have time to cook. And I feel like they didn't listen to my note when I said do not cross-contaminate, because I can't eat pork because of the corn allergy, believe it or not. And this time, I usually order from this place, a safe place, but like this time, like my heart rate's like really high, which is what happens when that happens. So like I'm just gonna tough it out and still continue with the stream anyway. I'm used to it. Like honestly, before I got really good at handling my corn allergy, I used to like go into shock all the time and just like sit it out and drink a bunch of water. So like I'm pretty much used to it. This has literally happened to me hundreds of times. Not that I'm going through like shock right now, but like my heart rate's high. Anyway, Graham Paltican, thank you for the $10. Sometime you should do a react to your Internet Girl interview with Nick on stream. Yeah, I thought about doing a stream where I just like react to old content, so that would definitely be on the list. He was so I remember thinking about like he was very like stiff in the first part of it, and I was trying to like make it funny, but he was like, you know, love the color of your top, thank you. Figure get a pop of color to match my eyeshadow. Anyway, I'm reading chat. Yeah, everything's a Groiper curse. Like, it's very schizophrenic. It's like anything bad happens, or like anything at all, it's just like, it's the Groiper curse. No, this is something that happens every so often. It's just the nature of living in America and having a corn allergy. It's really hard to avoid. Cause they'll like forget, oh, don't put it on with the pork, or oh, like I'm gonna put a little bit of lemon juice on it. It's like, oh, it has citric acid, which is corn, stuff like that. The strobe light is cool. Yeah, we have our little party disco going because our ladies had a great girls' night out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my article to begin with. Here we go. Let me turn the music down too. Dark jazz isn't bad for background music. Might be the happy medium here. Thank you, Rebels and Outcasts, for the $4.99 super chat. Hi, Britt, new here. Is this a primary political channel or pop culture in general? Subscribe after Anniversary Pearl debate. Check out later. Thank you. This is a laugh at retards channel. Does that answer your question? Yeah, I know. I'm so jealous of British ketchup. Like places in the world that by default don't have corn in their ketchup and condiments in general. Must be nice. Alright. Let me pull up a few things for you guys. I wish I had 3 monitors. I don't have room for it. So this is the photo that went viral. Oh my god, this wire is being extra annoying today. Let me drag the chat over here. Is this the Black Pill channel? Sometimes. There we go. This is the pic that went viral. It's let me move myself over. It's a pic of the Red Pill girlies, and people were basically clowning on them because they're saying that their general behavior that night was pretty gay, in which I agree. I think it's hard not to, but we're going to go into that. So, should we go from like left to right? All right. So, on our left here, we have Andrew Tate. You guys remember when he was talking about how the dilemma of having sex with a transgender like that looks like Hulk Hogan with a vagina versus a transgender that's like female passing, and he was like thinking over this dilemma in his head. I would say that was probably one of his gayest moments. And people generally clown on him for being like very performative in his masculinity, which comes across as pretty gay. Then we have on the right Nick Fuentes. You guys know him. And in my article, the one on him, which I'm going to pull up here, he has a long history of doing some suspect things. First off, recently he went viral for promoting Epstein and saying he was cool, and to cancel him for saying that, and running defense for Epstein, saying actually he's not a pedophile. Meanwhile, before he said Epstein's pedophile island. So all these people that are like, oh, but he's actually an epiphile, and actually it's like, no, he himself called it that before. Okay, he called him a pedophile. And so now he's changing his stance, and people are questioning why that is. Some people pointed out that maybe it's because of his new sponsorship that supposedly people said it's looking like it's the gold sponsorship, and Nick said he was getting approximately 7 figures for it. So people were very much questioning why he changed his stance in Epstein, because of all people to run defense for, why would you die on that hill of defending the world's most famous pedophile that has been covered up by the government over and over, and even to this day still covered up? And he lies and says, oh, it's 14 to 17, but when you research it, there's cases young as 11, which does qualify as a pedophile. I have to censor myself a little bit for YouTube. But using this logic, if it's like, oh, they have to be like prepubescent, here's the problem with that. In America, 11-year-olds can get their period because our food is all fucked up. And there will be 11-year-olds walking around with tits and ass. Okay? That doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean, oh, actually, technically, it's not pedophilia. It's still a child. That's the point. It's mentally a child, which is why they can't consent. I'm glad I have to explain this very common sense concept. But it's, oh, actually, he was right. It's like, no, he wasn't. You can see here, and he himself called it pedophilia, okay? Not only that, but there were baby massage manuals. And this was not conspiracy. I found this on the website, justice.gov. It's a .gov website, okay? So I don't know what more evidence you really need for that, honestly. So he was under fire for this already. And I pointed out in my article, he backed up Ali Alexander, who was caught trying to exchange nudes with a boy. And I'm sure Nick would be quick to say, oh, it's nothing, because he did. He said, oh, it was just some flirting. Give him a break. And even after that, he continued to defend him, which I thought was very distasteful. But it really just was like that final nail in the coffin, his comments about Epstein and running defense for him. And even before this, upon research, I found out that Nick, prior to this guy, Ali Alexander, being found out trying to exchange and solicit nudes from this boy, Nick called this guy out before as a closeted homo. And so you're calling him out as a closeted homo, and you knew that prior. Why you're running defense for him now? So it's very suspect. I don't know why. I don't know if is it like he has blackmail on him, or like they have an alliance because of some other thing, obligation. I don't know, but it's fucked up. Thank you, Fanatic of Media, for $8 super chat. The Bussy Squad. Not actually, we're the Pitussi Squad. Protect your Pitussis. Armpits are in now. You have to censor them. Thank you, Andrew Thomas, for the $5. Hey, Venti, looking beautiful in blue. I always appreciate your streams. Thank you. Anyway, so that's just a little bit of backstory here. And Nick has made other very suspect comments in regard to children and consent. And he also comes across very fruity, but we've known that for a while. He's making weird comments here about women being gross. And this is a common thing with him. Women are so gross. He says it's it's a reoccurring sentiment, basically. He went on a date with Catboy Cammy, and he often looks at other guys, such as Clavicular, with very loving eyes. This isn't the only picture that's like this, by the way. And he's always seething and complaining about, oh, well, I don't want a wife. They're going to sleep in the same bed as me, and I'll never be alone. And, like, it's always this, like, he always has this negative energy when he's talking about women. And you could see the disgust in his voice and in his face when he talks about them. Versus with men, he's very lovey-dovey, and it's very strange. Their comments and him being part of the dollhouse and trying to do, he's like, a dollhouse beat of only hot people. It's like, yeah, you're ironically in the transgender talking group. It's very strange. So that's pretty much what I wrote about in the article. You can find it on my Twitter. And so after this, the night out happened, and it went viral, where the girls went out, and that's how we have that photo here. So on his right, we have Myron Gaines, Amadou, whatever the fuck his name is, his ethnic name is. I forget how to pronounce it. Amaru Fidel or whatever. And Myron is not known for being straight. He's very much known for being very friendly, let's put it that way. Very friendly with the homies. As you can see here, it almost looks like a stock image, doesn't it? Him like laughing with his homeboys, his homoies. And I know people are quick to say, well, you know, what if the boys are just like that? So you're telling me all of these photos are just a coincidence? He's like cuddling one here. One where he's getting kissed. And the guy's grabbing him very intimately. This one looks like him. I've seen a higher quality version. It looked like him. I'm pretty sure it is. But it's further away, hard to tell. And then look at this one. He's like in this guy's lap with his arm wrapped around him. So, I don't know, guys. Is it normal to cuddle your homeboys? Let me know what you think. But, he also has a couple of other incidents as well. I see the chat really likes these photos. Glad you guys can appreciate them. Let me pull this up really quick. He goes on, we're still talking about Myron. He goes on a date with Elijah Schaefer here. And you can see how happy he is. See, with these guys, you really never see them this happy around women. This, like, locked in and engaged with women. See, he's laughing. And Elijah not known for his straightness either, by the way, known for liking boys. We both know. Yeah, if you think I'm reading too far into this, then let me play something for you really quick. Because I just hear all this copium constantly.
Ethan Ralph. So Ethan Ralph ate my ass out, and like I would say this, it was interesting because like I had a medical appointment the next day. He had so much butter in his veins, it raised my blood pressure to like 27 points. Just him licking my fucking sphincter. He literally injected so much butter into my ass that it brought me up. That I was like, dude, hey, I'm not actually high blood pressure. Just Ethan Ralph is such an ass eater of men.
Right.
You know, it's weird. It's strange. Yeah, sorry if it's desync, guys. Refresh the stream. I already adjusted settings before I went on to try to make sure that everything's good. But hey, at least we're not dropping frames, right? And the interesting thing is that Myron had some very odd things to say about dating men versus dating women, which I'm going to show you guys.
Okay, this might be a controversial take. I genuinely don't think that there's a such thing as a dude that's bi. Because if you're a dude, right? Think about this from like just a human perspective. If you get the same sexual gratification of dealing with a woman that you're dealing with a guy, human beings are intrinsically lazy creatures. You want to go with the path of least resistance. There's a reason why we have technology and all these
the path of least resistance,
modern conveniences to make life easier, right? If you get sexual satisfaction from dudes and chicks, well, what's easier to get? Dudes. Why the hell are you going to go through the effort of courting
So you might say, oh, well, he's just being logical here, but wait.
a girl, spending money, having to meet all these prerequisites when you can go ahead and just smash a guy and be done with it?
So this is the problem with, okay, he's saying that he basically doesn't get enjoyment out of women. Okay, we're using our critical thinking skills here and putting together what he said. He's saying, why would you bother doing all this work to go out with women if you can just go bang guys? If you were quote-unquote bisexual. First off, it's odd that he thinks about this so much. Second off, that's not the point of being with a woman. It's not to get laid. That's literally the logic of a gay man, which is why gay culture is known for having a lot of sex. They're hypersexual. Everyone knows this. It's not homophobia to say. So the fact that he views women like that it's just sex, it's not about the connection, it's not about what femininity brings. It brings you status, it brings you joy. It's kind of like having a beautiful flower that you water. You know, you want to like look at it, you want to kind of like touch it. It's giving you some fresh oxygen. Everyone else is admiring it too. It's not a tangible thing as much as it is like with guys and what they bring to the table. It's a little more metaphysical. It's more of like their vibe and an emotional state. And there are some tangible things, but it's not the same as with guys. So when you think about what you get from a guy, if you're a bisexual man, you're thinking about the sex. So when you apply that and you're thinking about women like that, it tells me you're hypersexual. It tells me that this is how you think of women, that you're like, oh, it's so much easier to just be with guys. It's so much easier to just get deep
spending
down.
Money, having to...
I have to talk to the women. Oh my God. I don't want to have to speak to a woman. They're so women they're just terrible to be around. It's like, what do you think that is? Do you guys really think that that's normal for a straight guy to think? Because if it's about like the average woman is like liberal and it's not enjoyable to be around, whatever, that's just a people problem. That's not a, yeah, there's more liberal women, sure, but that's just general people problem. Like the average person is retarded. We know this. But yeah, he's like, oh, all this effort. I have to do all this work to be around women. I hate being around them. I hate talking to them. I hate looking at them.
The effort of courting a girl, spending money, having to meet all these prerequisites when you can go ahead and just smash a guy and be done with it.
Just smash a guy. Good advice, you know? You don't want to have to get to know a woman and enjoy her company. Just smash a guy.
I generally don't think there's a such thing as a dude being honestly bi. It's like, nah, bro, you like dudes more because it's gonna be.
I think he's self-reporting.
Gay.
So true.
I was talking to this guy on their team, smart guy. He's homosexual, and he was saying, because I was like, man, I've theorized that if you take the average
yeah, I would be interested in knowing his relationship with his mother. I agree.
net worth of a heterosexual guy versus the average net worth of a homosexual guy, guaranteed the net worth of a homosexual guy is higher. And he was like, no, that's actually true.
Why would that be?
Well, because they don't deal with women. So think about this. They can just get.
He's like promoting homosexuals and putting down women while he's doing it.
On Grindr.
But don't they? Okay. I already see.
See where I'm going here?
Yeah.
So they can just get on Grindr, get what the hell they need done, and then go right back to work, and then keep.
It's more transaction.
You know, if men are so convenient, maybe he should just stick to that.
It's more. It's quicker, more transactional, and then also when two men deal with each other,
less effort.
It's less effort, and then and they're spelling, they're splitting everything down the middle. And I thought to myself, damn, like that's crazy because homosexual dudes get way more sex than heterosexual guys, but they're still able to be productive. Why is that? So
yeah, you get the point.
I thought that was like crazy because I've always theorized it, but then he confirmed it was like, no, they actually do. And if you think about it, you look at Miami, you look at Austin, Texas, you look at New York City, you look at San Fran, any of these cities that have like super high homosexual populations, they live in the affluent areas.
I'm glad he's doing such great press for homosexual men. Must be because it's close to home. Jack and off $10. Nick wore a dress and let Alex Jones bang him. He also gave up Graper Bussy to Ali Alexander to Grape. Tate is an actual trafficker. Listen, I don't know. I don't want to be like the Gripers and write fan fiction, but the whole ordeal with Alex Jones jokingly offering up his daughter to Nick was very strange. And Alex Jones said it was a joke, but he's literally posting a thirst trap of his daughter. It was like a close-up pic of her squatting down, pussy open position in a bikini, and he's like, ha ha ha, Nick can have an arrangement with my daughter. And then Nick's like, ha ha ha, yeah, maybe, actually. It's like Alex Jones trying to arrange a lavender marriage with his own daughter and then saying it's a joke. Like, I don't believe in joking like that. I don't think that that's something you should ever joke about, putting your daughter in potential harm's way. Like, even if you personally like Nick, to like post a bikini photo of her squatting down and being like, ah ha ha, here's my daughter, it's very strange. $10 from BM. I like how your article triggered so many of the simp groypers. Yeah, for people against simpery, they sure do a lot of it. They always use the same tired, stale retorts. I know. $5 from TSUA. Thank you. Myron runs a Somali straight man learning center. Leering center. I went there and checked it out. It's weird because there's no straight guys there. I think there's something up. Thank you. I like how you guys are like feeding into the theories thing. Like, if the groypers are gonna make fan fiction, you know. No, but let me read the next one, which is over here. I love this level of intelligence of Fuentes haters. Nothing to worry about here. Thank you, Jake. Yeah. I'm allowed to laugh at what I want. And thank you, Jonathan, for the $10. We love women around here. Listen, I don't love women. I love individuals. Okay? So, another thing that's interesting about Myron, and this is going to involve Sneeko, who's also in the photo, which we'll get to right after this. But this
Myron is so fucking
tree. She has a lot of the receipts on these guys, so you'll see me pull up a lot of her clips. But listen.
Yo, Myron is so fucking heterosexual. He's like, we don't need women to survive. I'm like, well, you know, life is better. He's like, we don't need them. We don't.
See, he literally does not appreciate the value women bring at all.
What's the point of even arguing for that? Like, what's the point of living if there's no women? There's no point.
I'm saying we don't need them to survive, is the point.
But there's no point in living, so you're not going to want to survive.
But you can survive without them.
Why would you survive if there were no women? Why would you even do it?
There's other ways to derive pleasure where you don't need females. The women are...
My face went. There's other ways. Ooh. And you know it's bad when Sneeko has this face, okay? Sneeko, the guy who did, like, gay porn stuff, is sitting here defending women more and saying that there's a value in having them around than Myron Gaines. Okay? That it's looking pretty bad. Okay, let's take a look.
I know it's been a while. I've been on a bit of a red pill binge lately. I've been watching this cute little twink boy named Sneak.
Yeah. So he has a lot of photos like that. I don't want to look further into it because I don't want to look at porn. But yeah, when that guy is saying women have more value than you, and he's going like at it, making the soy face at your comments because of how homosexual they are, you know there's a problem. So I don't know, maybe Myron's just jealous that women have better weaves than him or whatever. You guys know about that, right? That he got a hair transplant, but then afterwards, so this is how it looked, right? It's like pretty bald, whatever. Instead of shaving his head, he got a hair transplant. And I'm not against hair transplants inherently, but it's the context and how femme this guy is. But yeah, he got a weave, like it's like a toupee stick-on thing. And Tree actually had on a, yeah, looks rough, a cosmetologist on to give their feedback and what they thought it was, and they agreed that it was like a stick-on piece, because the texture was weird in the back, and it didn't match his natural curl pattern. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe if he gets his weave on straight, he'll calm down and stop screaming at women on podcasts, which is also very femme behavior. And another piece of information you might want to know about the homies here.
Last time you had a girlfriend prior to Angie?
Myron only had one girlfriend, and she didn't even have sex with him. She admitted this on stream. I was watching Tree covering it. And he's a guy, and it's like, oh, okay, well, she's holding herself out for marriage, whatever. That's not the point of contention. The point of contention is that this is a man who brags about how he's high value and how men like him can have a bunch of women and, like, you know, very performative about smashing women. And yet this girl just, like, you know, she took her cash and left. She took what she could get out of him and left him for another guy that's on, like, rollerblades.
Well, when was the last time you had a girlfriend prior to Angie?
Not really.
Okay, no. So you've never had a girlfriend in your life until you dated a foreign girl.
Not like yeah.
So, how old is he? Isn't he like 40? And he only had one girlfriend, and he's not having sex with her. In context to all these other things he's saying, it really, really makes you think, doesn't it? Really strange behavior. Again, if it were a normal situation and a girl's just celibate, that'd be one thing. But it's like awfully convenient for him, right? He doesn't have to have sex with her.
Thank you, Angie. She's been great, guys. Truly one of the best ladies ever. Best women.
This is the rollerblade thingy.
Solo cast tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, Angie won't be here, unfortunately. I wish she was here, but she's got to leave.
So this is the event with the roller skating, and it has the dates there. And you can see the photo here. He said he's 35. 35, first girlfriend, with all these comments about how women are important and he could live without them. And arguing with Sneeko about it. Amru says, that's Myron, says he never leaves his house. He has no social life, but Angie's very understanding and supportive. This last time Amaru mentioned Angie's name, she never showed up at his streams after this either. So this is after the rollerblading event.
I take that seriously, guys, and I've given up my social life to do so. I've been sitting inside. The only time I go outside, you guys want to know the truth? The painful truth? I only really go outside when I do the fucking debates, man. If I'm be honest with y'all niggas, bro. Like, yo, I literally only go outside to do the debates. I barely leave my building. Because you guys know me, I don't work, bro.
This is the man you're taking advice from, by the way. Fantastic of Media 44, thank you for the $11 super chat. And by the way, guys, you could also leave a tip through my website. Other ways of pleasure without women, spoken like a true Arab. He's black. Come on, he's black. Unlike me, I'm Hyperborean. We know that. But as a former African American, I can identify them. He's definitely black. I don't think the Arabs would take him. Quite honestly, I don't know if anyone would, but that's beside the point, except for the gays. Not even them. I don't think they want him either. Blur toward the Glee 5 pounds. Thank you. These homos could never properly appreciate a real African queen, but can they appreciate a Hyperborean one? $5 from BM. You think Fuentes brought his black light to that party? If you know, you know. Yeah, the one where he was a cummy investigator. He was looking for his, what was it, his roommate's cummies on the couch or whatever. That's so funny. It's like, how is that?
I'll give up my social life. I don't give a fuck. You know? Yeah. Angie's very understanding. She takes Frank whenever I need him. She helps me with groceries and shit. So Angie's very understanding. I haven't seen her in a bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. She actually came by real quick when I was doing the table shit.
When do you have time for a relationship?
You know, as of recently, man, it's been tough, bro. I'm not going to lie, man. It's been tough as of recently, especially the past year.
Most of the people that I know that are very successful, they don't focus on the relationship as much as they focus on what they feel like is necessary for them to do to win.
Oh yeah, I'd be lying to you if I told you that my relationship was awesome and I was like, no man, like my social life, I 100% transparent, gone, cooked, finito. I'm streaming all day, and then when I'm not streaming, I'm researching, reading the news and stuff like that, and then make sure I have a topic.
Oh,
so yeah,
he's such a scholar.
Yeah, my social life is absolutely suffered as a part of this. Like I'm not gonna lie. So I got it great. No, hell no, man. It's fucking.
Yeah, he
cooked.
comes across very scholarly and researching. If you've ever watched Fresh and Fit. It's literally like Jerry Springer. Except he's also the one screaming. Versus Jerry Springer, at least he's not the one screaming. It's like the people he brings on that are like jumping up and down, freaking out. Amaru gets asked 3 different times about his relationship status, refused to answer all 3 times. So it's just going through the timeline. These are the receipts.
Do you have a missus? Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like I just don't know.
I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant. We're having an objective discussion. Women that are sex workers.
Do you have
struggle.
a wife? Do you have a girlfriend? That's what I thought.
He looks like he's in
like,
what does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. Like it just means like you can't even get it yourself. So like you are telling me I can't. Like what's that? I don't get that.
I want to know your argument first.
I like how he feigns ignorance. What does me being in a relationship have to do anything? Even though my entire brand is screaming at women and talking about how they're not worth anything.
Because that is like crazy, bro. Don't you have like a girlfriend or like a wife or something? Like somebody you appreciate?
Bro, we went over this a million times. Somebody else, because I don't want to rehash the same argument again. Yeah, somebody else.
Amaru says he's single, then clarifies himself a minute later.
And I'm telling you guys, this is a single guy. Like, I even know at some point, I'm like, damn, I need a family, nigga. Like, bro, I'm even telling you this as a single guy. Anyone that's sitting there saying, oh, I prefer friends and close friends and career, get the fuck up out of here, bro. Everybody wants a family. Even the most career-oriented niggas want a family, bro.
Was he like cocaine?
Guys, when I say single, I mean not married. Fucking retards. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, gaslight your audience.
Oh, Myron, who's Angie?
You know what, man? This is crazy, bro.
Well,
what did Angie say?
This is
He said, Myron, are you still with Angie?
Oh.
this is absolutely nuts that women don't.
Yeah, deflect. So Angie hasn't been around him in months. He dodges every question about her. He never even mentions her anymore. He makes weird statements about his relationship statuses are already over. Let's see what Angie was up to all this time. Remember when she left Amaru in NYC for the rollerblade event in Orlando? Hold on. I don't want it to play because copyright. She went to Universal Studios with Don Juan. Stories posted by him. Before anyone could say, well, what we can't see her face doesn't matter. Girl has the same exact hairstyle as her. We know for a fact she was in Orlando during this period. I think that's a fair statement. So then it says, next I'm going to show you a bunch of pictures of Angie and Don Juan from late May to July. So she's just basically around this guy all the time, this period that Amaru or Myron is LARPing, like he's in a relationship and purposely being vague after he was in one, and like gaslighting his audience, saying, you stupid, you guys are stupid for thinking I'm single when I said I was single. You're stupid. So it's just a bunch of pictures. You can see a pattern here. They're constantly up each other's asses together a lot, and Amaru is home streaming alone. In the next picture, you see Don Juan having a workout. Him working out isn't... Whoops. Oh, look. Yeah, there they are skating. So that's the guy who's skating. Yeah, here it is. Working out isn't a relevant part. It's the location, the date of his workout that are important. Okay. So he's working out. It's on his story. And I'm guessing, is it Angie? Yes, it is. Okay. So... and that's her skating with that guy. So, sorry, over here. And this was where I got the screenshot from in my article. So, basically, what are we learning from this? We're learning that Myron's girlfriend left him for a guy on rollerblades as he proceeded to try to LARP like he was in a relationship, from what it seems on the timelines, from the evidence we gathered, and him gaslighting his audience. That's him crying. So, this girl also didn't have sex with him. She said it on the show as she was not having sex with him. And so it's a perfect situation for him where he doesn't have to be with a woman. Very convenient. Push-ups 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the $5. I don't get why feds hired Myron. What value, expertise, or skill does he have in security services? That security services wanted. Gay ops? 1999 from Tom Taggart. Taggart. Nice job on the recent articles. Saw your posts on YouTube and then found on X they were really well done in my opinion. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's so funny. I saw a couple people accusing me of like writing the article with AI, and I guess I'll take the backhanded compliment, but at the same time you also see people pointing out like a typo here and there, and it's like, you know, you gotta pick one. It's either you think I wrote it with AI, or, you know, you're complaining about the couple of run-on sentences and typos, right? But yes, I do write my own articles. And they do take a while. But these are things that, you know, I just sit on the information. I have a lot of it, so I'm making a lot of articles. I probably won't win the $1 million because it's probably over from the start. And I saw that there was like some rule about like, oh, it can't be political or whatever. And it was like super vague. It's like, okay, but what do you consider political? Like, where do you draw the line? Because my articles are based on the social commentary aspect. It's not about like literal politics. But anyway, I think it's more important to see as an experiment what happens as a result of me writing articles. And it's really nice to write them because there's some things I can't really say or talk about on YouTube without getting censored, or like they won't promote it in the algorithm. Like I had one on organ donation, for example, and that's something I've been sitting on for years and years. Thank you, Gumplove, for becoming a simple simp. Welcome. I need a sip of water really quick. Thank you for the ISK money animation. I have to disagree with you that Andrew Wilson is gay just because he says women bore him. Remember, he almost debated gay women and only simps girls. Would you say that not enjoying women and conversing with them, not literally every woman, but just as a concept, is a straight behavior? Because he rated his wife a 6. Like, I don't get the impression he really likes his wife that much. It seemed like she just got pregnant, and he felt like out of obligation he had to marry her after she did the paternity test and proved it was his. Like, it seems like even he thought she was a hoe. So I don't know if Andrew Wilson is your best example here. 1999 from Tom Taggart. Thank you. It wasn't just well done with the info, but the delivery and presentation too. It was also easy to read, if that makes sense, and I like the organ donor one. Thank you. Yeah, I try to make it easy to read, but I also don't like when articles do like the Reddit spacing where it's like every line they're pressing enter. It drives me insane. I've been reading the competition, guys. I've been reading the articles I'm competing against, and like, I'm not trying to falsely accuse them of using AI, but I'm seeing long M dashes that nobody uses, and I'm seeing them constantly make points without expanding on them because there's no thought process behind them. It's very strange. And by the way, AI articles are not allowed to, it has to be original works for the competition. For the $1 million on Twitter. $5 from BM. People need jerking AI accusation a slight bit of eloquence is a reminder to me how much stupider and stupid is getting. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they like, I make videos. I have to write videos. Why would it be so out there for me to be able to do some basic writing when I have to write my videos? And I've been making videos my entire adult life. I've been a content creator. I was first a streamer, then a YouTuber. I started from 0. I didn't get boosted. So wouldn't it make sense if I'm always writing videos that I could also write an article? At least to a basic degree. Sure, it might be imperfect because I don't have an editor, but it doesn't mean I used AI. I don't know, they gotta pick an argument. But anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, back to the photo of them at the club. So we went over Myron, or Amaru. Oh yeah, and Tristan really goes in the same bucket as Andrew. Like, he's not really known for anything. He's just like living in the shadow of his brother. So not much to say on him. Sneeko, we already went over, the guy who did like gay porn stuff. And then on the guy to his right, Justin Waller, I believe his name is. He's the guy where everyone's like, who the fuck is that? I forget where I see him. I think he was in like Pearl stuff. My memory is a little bit fuzzy with that, but he was saying to Clavicular's girl that she's a 7 out of 10. So not exactly making his case for being straight either. You know, and this is the group of men that are supposed to be masculine, teaching men masculinity, by the way. Okay, here's the clip.
I thought I was like at least an 8.
You are not an 8. You're not an 8.
Yeah.
You're a 37 and ask for validation. And you're sitting in a 10 flat.
Sorry, the audio's a little bit low. Let me see if I can find another clip of it. It wasn't low earlier on my other computer. Yeah. Wait till you guys see who, like, the straightest guy there ends up being, though. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that clip is so low. Oh my god! I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Can only flash it for a second. Hold on, I'll try to find another clip of it. I'm scrolling on Twitter to find it really quick. Hopefully really quick. Flashbang, yes. Sorry. Did I hurt you guys with that one? Anyway, I'm seeing if I could find it, because my volume's already on max. Okay, this is the only one I can find. Just like turn your volume up for a second for me, guys.
Yeah.
You're a 37 and ask for validation. And you're sitting in a 10 flat.
That's kind of rude.
Could you guys hear
at
that?
least an 8.
You're not an 8. You're not an 8.
Yeah.
You're a 37 and ask for validation. And you're sitting in a 10 flat.
That's kind of rude.
So I'm gonna tell you guys what he said. He said, you asked for validation, but you're a 7 out of 10 and you're in a 10's lap. So he's talking about clavicular. He's saying clavicular, who's had, which he's cheated. He had a bunch of work done. But first off that. Second off, you're saying he's a 10? He looks like a person, if you know, like Mr. Potato Head, you like put the different pieces on it and it's all mismatched. That's how he looks, all right? Because of what he's done to his own body through his own choices. Okay, this is a guy who like puts on makeup. You guys already know about him, I'm sure. He's gone viral at this point. So you're calling him a 10, but you're calling the girl in his lap a 7. You're like rating the girl. And that's in his lap, not in your lap, but in his lap. And you're calling her a 7, saying basically like, oh, she's not good enough. She's not pretty enough for him, who he calls a 10. Like, this is masculine behavior? Like, in what world is this masculine behavior? And also calling clavicular 10, what about his voice? You know, everyone's always like, oh, the looks maxing, blah, 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 blah. Have you guys heard his voice? Listen. So, first off, in this video, he gets in a guy's face and he ends up looking really bad. Second off, listen to his voice.
Are you fucking retarded? You said that?
Yeah, you fucking drugged our friend at a table.
Are you fucking retarded?
You were at the den a couple weeks ago?
The den?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I've never had a table in my life at the den.
Yeah, you have, bro. You're fucking there.
Motherfucker, I've been at other people's tables. I've never had a table in my
Okay, it was
life.
your fucking friend's table, then.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If you think I've ever... Yeah, if you think
You
I've
wouldn't
ever...
press me. I didn't do shit.
If you think I would ever do some shit like that, dude, that is not a good...
I'm not doing
You
shit,
can't
bro.
walk around saying shit like that. Get
Look at
it out of
guy's
the way.
face. He doesn't care. He's like getting other guys' face like, you can't walk around and say things like that to me. You can't just walk around and say that. Look at the guy pretending to like pull him off, like, hold me back, hold me back. You can't say that to me, dude. And the other guy just doesn't care. He's like mogging him, like with his posture being straight and like not giving a shit. It's so funny. Or like this clip, for example, I think really demonstrates claviculars.
Say that all the one night stand stuff and hookups.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, well, I know, but as you live in Miami more, it's just like it's very tempting.
I know.
Yeah, do you like hook up and stuff? Yeah, like go to clubs. Like he sounds more of a Valley girl than I do. This is looks
All the one night stand stuff and hookups.
All those one night stand stuff and hookups. Like you're looks maxing and you don't want to take a voice training class. Why don't you take a voice training class? Like why doesn't Clavicular literally go look up like those transgender voice training videos?
Say that all the one night stand stuff and hookups.
Like he needs one of those transgender voice training videos to learn how to speak from his lower register. It sounds so femme.
Say that all the one night stand stuff and hookups.
No, I don't do that.
Is he fruit maxing? What's going on here? Why is he sound like such a princess? Why does he have the vocal fry? Why does he have more vocal fry than me? Your looks maxing, but you can't speak from your lower register. I know his hormones are all messed up because he sterilized himself at 14 with being male to male transgender and taking the hormones. But, you know, even if transgender people can sound like the other gender, you can manage. You can manage to try to deepen your voice a little bit. It doesn't have to be in like a performative way. Just speak from your lower register. If a grown dude can sound exactly like a woman, I'm sure you can manage. Like, it's looks maxing my ass. So that's kind of my point. It's like this guy who sounds like a Valley girl with his limp wrist. Every video I've seen him in, he has like these limp wrists. Okay, look at this. Look at this.
Brady, like he a eater, and his car.
I'm gonna mute it for copyright reasons, but like, look at his limp wrist. Squatting down, getting down on the floor. Like, are we seeing this? Okay. This is looks maxing? What about the other parts of looks maxing? What about having aura? What about not having a limp wrist? What about speaking like a man? Like, women are vibe checking you. They know that you're not masculine. They know it's not in you. They can hear it. They can see it. They can see that you're like skinwalking as a guy who's supposed to be masculine. Like, come on. Wearing his short shorts, squatting down, flicking his wrists. Again, teaching boys about masculinity, telling them to take testosterone, how to get it. And this guy, by the way, unfortunately, is the straightest one there. Isn't that sad? Like, you know, something's gone wrong when he is the straightest one there. Like, he is the one with a girl in his lap. With his Valley girl voice and his limp wrists. This guy who's voguing and singing Justin Timberlake TikToks. Okay, it's in my article. and he's the straightest one there, we're in trouble. We're in trouble, guys. This is supposed to be the masculine group. This is supposed to be red pill teaching men how to be masculine. It's sissified. It is. The other guy is calling this girl 7 out of 10, but calling clavicular a 10 out of 10. And then that same guy also made really weird comments about dating women as well, just like how Myron did. Watch this. Listen what he says.
The only dinner a woman will ever go to with me is when I'm meeting other men, but like a one-on-one dinner with a girl is a mistake and a waste of fucking time and money.
3 hours of fucking...
It's a waste of time to date women. That's what he says. It's a waste of time to date women. It's the same mentality that Myron has about, oh, why would you, why wouldn't you just fuck guys? It's faster, it's quicker. Like, this is how they see women. It's gay to date women. And Nick says the same thing too. He's always on stream talking about how dating is gay. That moment went viral a while back. Easy to find. They all say the same things. Ew, no, girls are yucky. Oh no, don't date women. That's gay. Women are I hate being around women. I hate their personalities. And then Nick is at the club looking like he's in pain when he's going out with them. Look at this clip. Clavicular, yo Nick, I'm gonna bring some girls over for you. Nick says, please don't.
Yo, Nick, I'm gonna bring some girls over for you.
I'm good.
Please don't, I'm good. See how happy Nick looks around other guys? Look at him cheesing, right? Cheesing. Let's get one more look at that. Cheesing, okay? Always giving Clavicular those loving eyes. Like, look at that face. He's like this. He's like he's ready. He's down. Okay, he's down bad. Down bad for him. He's like, I don't need girls. I just need you, Clavicular. I'm Nick Fuentes. I don't notice women, okay? Let me show you guys something I saw. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my article about Nick. No, it's in the one about the red pill getting sissified. Sorry. And you scroll down here and you can see Nick looks like he is in pain around other women. He looks like he's about to lose it. And then in a later clip, he's like, oh, I didn't see her. I just didn't see her. And Nick also talks like a valley girl, just like how Clavicular does. Similar tone. He's like, yeah, well, I didn't notice her. Like, you didn't notice this? Like, I'm not trying to objectify her, but like, you didn't notice that? Like, come on. Like, he clearly sees her and is in pain. Again, these are your homeboys. They're teaching masculinity. They're talking about dating women's gay. One's dated a woman, first girlfriend at like 35 or something, maybe older, and he's not having sex with her after he has this whole show talking about how, you know, it's high value men get laid by women and how it's okay. You have a guy who did Sneeko, who did gay porn stuff. Myron's like kissing his homies, cuddling in bed with them. Andrew Tate's talking about the dilemma of having sex with a transgender person. The other guy, Justin Waller, the one that nobody knows about, he was like talking about dating women's gay. The girl's a 7 out of 10. You know, at what point do we stop and say to ourselves, damn, this is gay? Not to mention, Nick is running defense for Epstein, who, like, he had this thing with, like, a bunch of swirls on it, like the symbolism for liking little boys. You're defending a guy who liked little boys. That's the hill you're dying on. That's the hill Nick Fuentes wants to die on. and say, actually, he's actually not a pedophile. And here's the bigger theme, guys. Nick is supposed to represent Catholicism, Christianity, family, not being degenerate. That's very heavy on his branding, not being degenerate. Yet you constantly see hypocrisies with him defending predators like Ali Alexander, trying to exchange nudes with a boy, defending Epstein, and trying to lie and say he wasn't a pedophile. And now he's out at the club, clubbing it up, doing these degenerate things. You know, if he was going to be gross out the girls, like, why even go? But then you go and you're like streaming it. You're promoting that life. You're promoting clubbing. That's what you're doing. The degenerate life. Like, if he saw a girl doing that, he would call that, oh, it's degenerate. Like, anybody there would say that. Myron, his whole podcast surrounds this theme of like women partying too much and it making them hoes. He even said one time, I believe on Twitter, that a woman, if she takes a photo on a yacht, she's a hoe. Like, but meanwhile, look at what they're doing. This is, not to mention, Nick is surrounding himself with a bunch of people that aren't of these values and then promoting their life too. It's not that you can't be friends with people who you don't agree with everything on, but when it's to this point, where his whole brand is one thing, but he's living another, it becomes an issue. Like, look at this. They're out partying, drinks everywhere, people probably doing drugs. I mean, Myron acts like he's coked up all the time. I wouldn't be shocked. And then on the ride back, Nick Fuentes is asked about, well, what did you think of the clubbing, right?
This is it now. Hear them more praised
about it. Yep. This is my new life.
Yeah. No, bro. Yeah.
How did you enjoy the cesspit of humanity? You know, this fun.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
He loved it. He loved clubbing, okay? He loved it. He's literally promoting this to his followers who are supposed to be like Christian, trad. You know, he wants to put America first and essentially make it great again. He's former MAGA. You know, he built his whole show on those values. And yet he's literally saying, I loved clubbing. It was great.
About it. Yep. This is my new life.
This is my new life. It's great. Not to mention, even without that comment, he's still doing that. Where if a woman did that, she would be called a heathen, right? It's sarcastic. Okay. It's funny how many things they do that are sarcastic that happen to line up with their exact actions. Isn't that funny? Because, yeah, he looked like he was miserable around the girl, but he looked happy to be around guys at the club. And let's take the intellectual route of it was sarcastic. Well, he's still streaming it. He's still promoting it. And again, a woman wouldn't get away with that. So he's surrounding himself with the most masculine people in the world, right? Who's supposed to be trad and have families or whatever. Like, Andrew Tate is a baby daddy. He has like a 5-year-old and who knows what else, right? Tristan's in with him, does anything he does, always in his shadow. Myron is on his podcast screaming at women and saying how, you know, on Twitter, oh, OnlyFans girls have no opinion, da da da. Right? And it's one thing to say that. But then he's basing his entire brand off of profiting off of them. You know? And so is Clavicular, too. He's like going on these shows as well. There was a clip of him talking of the guy outing him for like taking OnlyFans girls' money, and then the other OnlyFans girl going on camera and saying like, oh, well, his manager wants to take a cut, so I didn't want to collab with him. You know, it becomes pretty apparent, and you're hanging around like two pimps over here, and then Myron, who's doing the same playbook of trying to profit off of OnlyFans girls' sexuality. Like, you can't, it's one thing to shit on OnlyFans and have gripes with it, because there are gripes to be had with it. But it's another to then just do the male version of it, because that's what they're doing. And that's why it's ghetto. Like, look at this. The red pill is ghetto. How is this any better than Cardi B shaking her ass, talking about her wet ass pee? How is it any different? And that's what I wrote in the article too. How are they different than the trashy hoes they hate? And this is supposed to be masculinity. So if this is masculinity, then Cardi B is femininity. It's the same ghetto bullshit and promoting the degeneracy they say they hate. And it's not just a one-off thing. It is in their actions. They are hypocritical in their little gay cabal. And that's why everyone's laughing at them, because it's becoming more and more transparent to people. People are waking up. All right, I'm going to read some of the super chats. Ew, I don't like this song. Aceman199, hello my online bimbo sister. I'm not black anymore. Remember, the black community took that from me, so I'm not your sister, actually. I'm Hyperborean. My platinum blonde locks are under this. We know that. According to our favorite Orthodox, we have to stand with PDF defenders. Yeah, and it's very cultish. They use their own language. It's like, they're very much like, if you're not with us, you're done. Like, you have to conform to defending predators to be in the club, to be cool in the club. Yeah, because not to do so is infighting, and they need to stay together. Yeah, exactly. Joshua Williams, 1055, $10 super chat. I thought Pearl was cringe. Yikes. I'm trying to think, like, who's worse? Like, who would be, who is it easier to recover? Like, who would have an easier time recovering, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. What do you guys think? But anyway, Ryan Osiris, $9.99. Limp Wrist Cut, Nick's new boy band. That could work. JR Toxicity, $5 super chat. They are Avengers of the right-wing gay dudes. Oh yeah, I saw that edit. Where is it? Oh, I was trying to find it before the stream too. Okay, let me... I don't want to show this one because it has like... It's the nightmare one he posted. It has a diaper in it, so I don't want to show it on YouTube. Let me just type it. See if I can find it. It doesn't pop up, surprisingly. $5 super chat from Alt Monarchist. Where we are. There we are. As an Orthodox Christian, Wilsons don't represent my faith. Yeah, I wouldn't want them representing me in any way. You know what's good for you. Check your DMs for the unequivocal picture proof of Nick's homosexuality. Okay, let me see. Thank you for the £5, Dan. I'm opening it. Just give me a second. Oh, on X. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Hold on. You guys know that one Tony Soprano clip? He's a vet. Like, that's what's playing in my head when I'm singing this. He's a vet. I can't say the last consonant. $2 from Dr. Tinnitus. You were red pilled like 10 minutes ago, TM. The red pill is now glitter pilled. $2 from Marquise. They get a pass from me for dancing in public to HH. I don't think it was funny, and I can be an edgelord time to time, and I don't think it was funny. I think it was cringe. I think that's something, if you're gonna do that, you like to do it on stream is like the layer that makes it more cringe, because it's like performative. It's like look at us. It's like you can be edgy and funny, but this way was like, yeah, look at us. We're acting 12 years old. And it's not in a funny way. I'm not moral policing either. I just didn't think it was funny. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Oh yeah, that gave me a good laugh. Thank you. Where was I? There was a couple things that I forgot to talk about. Oh yeah, let me show you guys. I can't play the music, but it's Justin Timberlake. Look maxing, by the way. That's the problem. They think it's very like, oh, it has to be like you look good in a photo like this. And it's like, that's not what looks maxing is. Like, this isn't looks maxing. I know not, you can't be perfect all the time and perfectly posed, but it's just the aura. It's not a one-off thing. Oh yeah, this one was really funny too. If I can't show it on stream, it's in the article. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys earlier. Like, look at how he looks at him. Like, if a girl had a guy that looks at her like that, like how Nick looks at Clavicular, they would be set. In fact, they would call the guy a simp. Honestly, that's what the red pill is. It's like, it's the equivalent of OnlyFans girls in the sense of the psychology that they use, where they want guys to simp for them and they're obsessed with getting attention. And it comes across as very performative. Also, look at this. People were asking, Grok, can you remove the gay men from the photo? And it's just an empty room. Oh, also, their outfits looked ridiculous. Let me find the full photo again. Oh, this one's cropped. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I pulled it up earlier. Here it is. Oh wait, not that one. This one. Okay, look at the photo. Look at their outfits. First off, I'm gonna say the most obvious one. The pink suit is ugly and gay. It is. It's too fruity. He can't pull it off. I'm sorry. Like, I won't be rigid enough to say, like, you absolutely can't do certain things. There might be a guy who can pull it off, but it's not Tristan Tate. It makes him look fat, to be honest with you. And with the white shoes, it looks really bad. And, like, it looks like he has no socks on. There's this weird gap. I really just don't like it at all. And the material looks kind of wrinkly. I don't know if it's the color that makes it look like that, but it just does not look expensive. Does it look like this guy is rich? Does it look like he gets rich off of whores? I don't know. But yeah, they're against whores, but they get rich off of them, you know? That's the red pill. Want to promote getting women and getting laid with them, but also hate being around them. Doesn't really make sense. Then we have Myron here with a vest on top of a graphic tee with his cock shame pose on his tippy toes. You can see the shadow. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up in paint so that I can zoom in because it doesn't let me do so on X. Sorry, my voice is like getting tired. But yeah, let me pull it up. All right. So zooming in, you can see his like the Cookie Monster shirt. I think that's the one that got him kicked out or whatever. And he's wearing what looks like a Uniqlo. I don't know what brand it is, but it looks like a Uniqlo vest. It's like a black, just ugly vest. It's one thing you're a DoorDash driver and you wear this, and you know you're in the city. You're trying to get to your next meal. You know, you just escaped from Mexico and you're trying to make it. And, you know, you're going to people's doors. You know, he looks like he's going to people's doors and asking for the pin. That's what Myron looks like to me. And he has the cock shame. It looks like he has a smartwatch on. Why would you wear it to this event? It's ugly. It's stupid. It's soy. At least his weave is on straight here or whatever, I guess. And then he's on his tippy toes, which you can see right here. Notice it on Milo's tweet. He was trying to point it out on Nick, but actually I zoomed in closer and Nick might be on his tippy toes. It could be an optical illusion, but it looks relatively flat. You know, as much as I like to clown on these guys, I don't think Nick is tippy-toeing that much if he is, versus look to the right of him. It looks like Myron is tippy-toeing. Could be an optical illusion. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I asked GPT. I sent this photo to GPT and I was like, the guy with the black shoes, can you tell me if he's on his tippy toes? And it was like, yes, it appears he is shifting his weight to the ball of his foot. So you can go argue with Chat GPT, all right? I made sure to make sure I'm not biased. It looks like he's on his tippy toes, which I don't know why he is. I don't know. And also, fashion tip, Byron. I would expect you to dress better, considering how much you say gay things. But tip for you, you need to wear looser jeans. Okay, when you have these legs, okay, that are about the size of like Nick's arms, and his arms aren't very big, you need to wear pants that are more boot cut or straight cut, because you're wearing skinny jeans and then you're wearing these tighter fitting on the ankle black boots, and it makes you look like an emo girl. And again, I was expecting some better fashion from the fruity guy here, but I guess we'll be disappointed. And Nick's blazer honestly looks a little bit wrinkled. You see a wrinkle here, see a wrinkle on the left side of his waist, kind of wrinkly. And the reason I'm going to be judgmental about that isn't because I'm nitpicky. It's because, keep in mind, these guys are rich. They're making tons of money. They can afford to handle their garments correctly. Ballerina legs, yeah, it does come across as ballerina legs with Myron. But yeah, someone said on Twitter, Nick looks like the accountant and they're like celebrating for lunch, and it does look like that because he's like smaller than all of them. And then Andrew Tate here on the left, we have his sneakers, his sporty sneakers with the white stripe on the bottom. Listen, you can do sporty athleisure with formal attire. Asian people are pretty good at doing that. Andrew Tate's not pulling it off. he is supposed to be very rich, multi-million dollars. He's so rich that he goes on Twitter saying, oh my god, I'm so rich, I don't know what to do with it, I'm bored, there's no more things to buy. How about you buy yourself some fucking shoes? How about you buy yourself some more formal pants? He's also wearing tighter fitting pants, not as tight fitting and skinny as Myron's, but I don't know what's going on here with these guys, why they can't into pants. And then you take a look at his jacket, and this whole outfit, it just looks bad. The silhouette looks bad. It's not, it doesn't have interesting color, the silhouette isn't good, and the textures aren't good. And the styling's bad. It doesn't look cool. It looks stupid. You're wearing your, like, shiny baseball jacket bomber with your legs spread open like you're about, like he looks autistic. I want to demonstrate for you, but I can't. Look at the way he's standing. He's like in the position, feet firmly planted into the ground, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it is very lazy. It looks like a very lazy outfit, and it's not in a good, effortless kind of way. Like, why are his feet like that? Why are you standing like that? Why are you standing like you're clenching your ass cheeks? Why is he clenching his ass cheeks? Why? Ugly outfit. He's that rich and he dresses this ugly. How can you guys be this rich and you dress this ugly? How? You can't hire a stylist? Listen, I know I'm ragging on them for being gay, but like, you don't even get the one benefit being gay. You guys don't even dress good. He's dressed fine. He's wearing Skechers sneakers to what's supposed to be this like gala, extremely expensive outing to the most important masculine thought leaders, the Billionaire Club, and he's wearing Skechers sneakers with fucking ugly Old Navy jeans and a shitty looking Forever 21 looking baseball jacket that looks like it's for women. What do you mean it looks fine? Myron's wearing fucking a vest that DoorDash drivers wear. Okay? To like when you're trying to do a quick errand with a graphic tee. As he's doing cock shame with his ballerina stance, with his ballerina legs. I can't say what I want to say about Tristan because it's not allowed on YouTube. But I'm thinking of the completely unrelated. I'm thinking of the word pink, like the finger pinky. I'm thinking about the pork I had earlier by accident from cross-contamination. But anyway, I can't really see Sneeko's outfit here, but his other one looked really stupid. I'll get to that one in a second. I'll pull up the photo. Justin's outfit, why is it so tight over here? Like, listen. I know when I wear button-up shirts, it looks like the button is like holding on for dear life, but it's kind of a vibe for me, okay? I'm not hanging around like billionaires doing like running these like, what do you call them? These courses and stuff. Like, okay, you're a guy. It's not a vibe for you. It's a vibe for me if the button on my shirt looks like it's about to fly off because they don't make off the rack sizing for me. Okay? But for you, you're in late billionaires club. Why is your button about to fly off and break the camera? Look, and he's holding the drink. What are you, Julian from Trailer Park Boys? You gotta hold on to your drink, and he's holding on to water. Is this like like they're posing for the photo? I was gonna say is it a screenshot, but why are you holding the bottle? I don't understand. Why are you holding the bottle? Why are you holding the drink? yes, I do think we should be critical considering how high they try to promote themselves and say that how they're who you should follow and take advice from, and how they're lay masculine and so rich, right? Fair game. And honestly, Clavicular in this photo looks like a waiter. Like, does he not look like he's about to ask for your order? Like, you know, at like a little bit of a higher end restaurant, I'll give it that, but like, it's giving waiter. So that's the problem with like black button ups. It's giving waiter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people in my chat would complain. Like, you know what you're in for when you click this stream. You know I'm going to be hating. You know it. But not unwarranted. So yeah, not looking very fresh, ironically. Where's the other outfit? Let me see if I have it in my thing here. Joshua Williams, 10.55, $5. Thank you. Rich doesn't mean they have good style. They probably believe stylists are gay. It would be less gay than how they act and the things they say and what they do. You know, I think a stylist would be less gay than telling a girl to her face that's sitting in your bro's lap that, oh, you're 7 out of 10 and you're sitting in a 10's lap. Like, just fuck him, dude. Like, all these guys want to fuck Clavicular. You see that shit? His homies want to bone him. KT, $5. Glad to see that you see through shenanigans. All these men have made money by spewing grievances of emotional men. They are baiting their audience of irresponsible and resentful men. I don't resent men even if they are flawed. Yeah, it's a psychological pressure point. It's a pain point that they're pressing. Like, oh, are you an ugly loser? Well, I have the magic prescription for you. Self-help is a different thing. This is a whole other league. You know, Clavicular has a course that he's making, I forgot what the math was. It was like $50,000 a month or something on it. You know, this guy is telling you how to look ready, getting like paid thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars a month. Giggling and bouncing up and down, flicking his wrist. Hold on. Here's the photo. So I want to find the one where they were standing up though. So give me a second. So there was one where they were walking around. Also, why is Nick's head nuzzled into Myron's neck like that? And Myron looks like he's trying to not get a boner. I know I was like clowning on the Goipers earlier for fan fiction, but like considering what we've seen today, I don't think that's too far-fetched. Also, Andrew Tate looking dorky in the background, by the way. Here it is. Look at this. So they're trying to make a reference to Scarface. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about fashion. So when you wear, there's two ways you can go about wearing an outfit. Either you're wearing the outfit or it's wearing you. But there's a correct way to do both of these things. Now, when you're wearing statement pieces, it needs to be intentional and part of the look. It can't be like, oops, unintentional, I accidentally got the wrong size. It has to look like you knew what you were doing. It has to look good. And these guys, you know, Al Pacino, he's wearing the flamboyant outfit, right? It's flamboyant in that it's like quirked up, right? It's got the popped collar and it's red. But the reason it works for him is because when he's wearing it, it looks like he's wearing the clothes. Like he just put on the clothes and he's wearing it. It doesn't look like he's wearing a costume. right? And that's where it begins to be a problem, when it looks like you're wearing a costume. And these two guys, it's not like they're like 10 out of 10 Chad Thundercocks or something, right? Like they're just regular guys. So it's not because like, oh, like it's about looks and ugliness or whatever, but it looks natural on them. It looks like they're wearing the clothes. They look natural in it, even though it's a little bit like, you know, red popped collar. Now we go here, and it looks like a costume. You have Sneako's bobblehead. It almost looks like he's going to prom. Like he's about to take an awkward prom photo. Hold on. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Look at the sleeves on Al Pacino. The white blazer, first off, the silhouette's good. And the white blazer is covering his wrists, right? And he's wearing that big ring. And he's wearing big statement jewelry pieces to help balance the weight of the outfit, which is why it looks natural on him. Then you look at Sneako, he doesn't have any thought like that into it. It's just all of this neck showing. And it's not like, oh, it looks hot or something. It doesn't. It looks derpy. It's giving giraffe. And then you look at his sleeves and they're like poking out of the blazer. Again, let's look at Al Pacino. His sleeves are covering his wrists because it correctly fits him. Then we look at Sneako, and his blazer is too short for his arms. And keep in mind, blazers are meant to be investment pieces, especially when you're in the $1 billion club and you can't get a blazer these people can't get blazers that fit them. It's too short on his arms. So he's compensating with the blouse. Well, why would you wear this then? It looks like a Halloween costume. And then Nick's looks like he's, it looks fruity. I'm sorry, but it does. Like, hold on, let me crop this so you can see the full thing. Something about the waist on it with the narrow shoulders. Like, Nick, I'm sorry, you need to accept that you have petite shoulders, okay? They're very petite, okay? They're like Barbie shoulders, okay? Now, what you need to do when you're like Destiny or when you're like Nick and you have your little Barbie shoulders, you need to learn to wear padded shoulder pads. Clavicular should have taught you this. Why are your shoulders so narrow? Why do you look like he looks like a girl wearing a blazer with how it fits. It looks bad. Again, we're going to go back to the other photo. The other guy looks relaxed. And look at this guy. He's wearing a bomber and it looks natural. Do you see what I mean? That you can pull it off. It is possible to wear athleisure with a more formal outfit and have it look cohesive and effortless. But these guys can't do that. They can't do it. And look at the neckline here. Again, look at the neckline on Nick. Now look at the neckline on this guy. This guy, he's not the best looking guy in the world. I'm not hating. I'm just saying he's not the best looking guy in the world. He's not the 10 out of 10 lay Chad, right? But he looks like a dude. You know, he has his body hair poking out with the button down. It's a look. Even if you don't like it, you can see that objectively this is a look. He looks like he's living in the outfit. It is relaxed on him. And he doesn't look disproportionate. Even look at Al Pacino. Al Pacino doesn't have the world's broadest shoulders, but he doesn't look petite like Nick. And then this guy on the left, you know, he has it buttoned down. He has good weight balancing in the silhouette in the outfit, and Nick doesn't. It looks so feminine. The structure is not good. It's not flattering on him. And also, I think, like, for example, in Nick's case, the blazer also, visually from here, looks like it's too short on the wrist for Nick as well. But it's less egregious with the blouse poking out. That's what it looks like to me. The blouse that he's wearing underneath is poking out. Because Sneako's is bright red, so it's like the first thing you notice. And you're like, oh, that looks trashy. But yeah, neither of them are wearing great outfits. They're not fitting them well. And these guys are so wealthy. It's like the Pearl situation all over again. You don't need to have taste. You need to have consideration. You're rich. You can pay someone to help you out with that. Especially for a huge event like this that you knew was going to go viral. And that's how you're going to look forever? I would be stressed. $5 from Joshua Williams. I was taught always have your dress coat buttoned up even when standing and walking. Yeah, you're supposed to have it buttoned up when you're standing, and then when you sit down, you're supposed to unbutton it. It's especially important for guys because of the silhouette. That's why they tell you to do that. And his isn't buttoned. He's not wearing it right. And then when Nick's is buttoned, it also looks bad because it's too petite. It's not structured enough. People are very scared of structured outfits when they shouldn't be. Where's Grandma Tomasi? He has to be hurting. Hey, at least he's not getting cropped out of the photo like Fresh CEO was. I didn't even see the photo with him in it. People said he was cropped out though. $1.99 from Taylor Evans, 1975. Your Pearl debate reaction was so fucking funny. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I don't know why it's not sending on screen. Dan Holland, 5 pounds. Myron's new hair looks like a wig made of eyelash extensions. It does. Hold on. I'm pulling it up.
I got my nigga.
Oh my god, it looks so fake. It looks like it's made out of polyester. Looks hard to touch. Like hard to the touch. Where was I? Oh yeah. I was looking at the posts. Yeah, the jazz section isn't too bad on here. I just see the delay. I see the chat freaking out from the hair. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
I don't hate you.
Oh yeah, this was so funny. Myron Gaines saying, I have a Jewish manager. I don't hate Jews. I have a Jewish manager. The night before, they're like blasting NHH. I'm also looking at this clip where Nick Fuentes is saying, I'm not a white supremacist. My last name is Fuentes.
I know. I kind of a white supremacist. I saw that. You're a white supremacist? I'm not a white supremacist. I'm Mexican. My last name's Fuentes. I know.
I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. Quote, literally quote from Nick Fuentes. I'm Mexican. Doesn't this look like hell, guys? I'm not gonna play the audio, but because I can't, but look. Sorry, let me scroll up. Alright, I'm reading the chat. Who's wearing a do-rag? Yeah, he was wearing a do-rag.
It's all just overwhelming. I'm just overthinking. I feel like I'm too much.
They get style inspiration from Kanye. Kanye couldn't hook them up. Kanye couldn't hook their asses up. it's really funny to me that their crew is like, they got like Muslims, they got, you know, it's supposed to be like Nick Fuentes promoting Christianity. They have just like this whole group of like everything that's the opposite of what he talks about and preaches. I think that's really what everyone is laughing at too in general. I think I covered everything on this night out, on the girls' night out. How long have I been streaming? Like 2 hours or something? Yeah, my whole feed was... I found it! I found it! I found it! The Avengers pick. It's so bad. Like, I hope this made the front page of Reddit. You know what the worst part is? These costumes look more like natural and flattering, because obviously the AI like edited them to have like more of structure and muscles, like especially Nick, because he's so petite. But like literally the costumes look less like costume. Like the costumes look like clothing versus their clothing looked more like costumes. Oh yeah, this was my favorite comment on it. These are the only influencers you should be watching. Like, I don't want to get copy struck, but like, these are the influencers you should be watching. That quote about how this is like a 12-year-old's idea of what being rich is like was so on point. It was so on the nose. $10 from Anna Harris. Thank you. Your commentary consistently makes me laugh out loud. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Oh. What the fuck is this? And seriously, like, everyone's asking who watches these guys. The answer is little boys. And I have a lot of things to support that, honestly, but I don't feel like going into it right now. I'll go into it another time. I'm working on multiple things at once. I have a lot of projects going on. You know, I'm writing the articles, which I do for love of the game. I'm not getting paid to do it. I doubt the X revenue is going to be anything. I'm doing it as an experimental thing. I'm designing soaps. I'm streaming. I'm still working on that huge video. I have a lot going on. I'm doing a million things. I'm literally working from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. It's not a joke. But anyway, I saw this on my feed. First off, that is such a funny screenshot. Is that real? You're telling me that wasn't AI? He looks like he's taking a big shit. Is he thinking about the time he was in the cuck chair?
It's gonna be a tough stream. I have a lot to talk about. As you can see the title.
Is this masculinity?
If you can see the title, you know what this is about.
Turn your fucking camera off, dude. just watch? What's the title? I don't know. There's a clip on Twitter. It said, Sneeko gets emotional on stream following the club ban with all the homoes. I don't know. I don't know why he's crying. Why is a man crying on camera, first off? More and more you see these guys, the more you dislike them, the more cringe you feel. Apparently it's in response to the backlash. Whatever. Half the stuff these guys do is fake anyway. They don't really have dignity. Honestly, like, it's giving fake crying. They never look good. Why is Andrew Tate wearing a Brandy Melville top? Okay, his stripe. I have a top that looks like that. A Brandy Melville top with his little cardigan. My eyes are burning. The title is I'm Sorry. Oh. Wah, wah, wah. Boo-hoo. Anyway.
Like, he a eater.
That clip cracks me up. Can we gotta play it one more time. Here's your red pill, bruh. Yeah, as I said here, the red pill is about obsession of being in front of the camera, gossiping in a dramatic feminine way, such as yelling at OnlyFans girls and screaming about how they're terrible for making money off sexuality, and then you're literally making money off of their sexuality. Peacocking as alpha males, clout chasing, being catty to women, shirtless gym selfies. Heavy on Andrew Tate doing that. And self-obsession. Glad we could all see this today. There is one more thing that I wanted to go over with you guys, but I'm thinking if I should save it for another stream. It's an apology video that I just thought was so poorly executed that I think it's worth the breakdown, even though I'm a little late to it. Hold on. Let me find it. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to do it. It's not a long video. Okay, I'm gonna pause the music in a sec. There we go. So you guys remember our little presentation on Vrillium, right? If you want to see more in depth about what happened, you can go watch that stream about the Groypers. It's with the Groyper picture. But, he had an apology video, so to speak. It was more like an explanation video, but I'm calling it an apology video for shorthand. And I wanted to go over it. $2 from push-ups. Any thoughts on this MLK Day? Is it today? Any thoughts? No, not really. Except for I'm surprised it's not in February instead in Black History Month. $5 from Marquis. I mog these guys with my pastel polo shirts, cargo shorts, socks with Crocs. Probably would look more natural. Wouldn't be surprised. Do you guys want to see the Brillium video of him explaining himself and addressing the elephant in the room? So basically, in his replies on Instagram, people were spamming Brillium with a picture of an elephant and it said address me, because he had this he had a bunch of photos come out of him that were extremely homosexual, like a picture of his butt with something up it, and like him talking about how he wants BBC, and he was like cross-dressing, and he made a bunch of excuses for it in this video. And I just think the way he handled it was really, really bad.
You assholes want an explanation video? Fine. Let's do an explanation video. From 2017 to 2021, I was on benzodiazepines. That's Xanax for you playing at home. I literally took notes here, so I have my timeline completely ready to go. I was just a very lost and confused young man. I had lived my life up until that point, raised in a very irreligious, secular home. I had been kind of just bouncing around life without much direction. I was a degenerate.
So basically, he's saying that being on these pills made him act gay. However, when you Google benzodiazepine or whatever the fuck, the side effects listed are not cross-dressing and yearning for BBC.
Deviant. How I ended up there is, again, like none of your fucking business. But point is, I was in a bad...
So if it's none of their business, like, why even make the video on it? That's one of his first missteps, aside from saying it's like a side effect of the pills for him to dress like a sissy.
Now I will say, for what it's worth, I am not gay. I'm also not a cross-dresser.
See, that just feels like it's lying to say that he's not a cross-dresser after that. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Cause he's really stretching the truth there to say that he's not a cross-dresser. Cross-dressing is like putting it lightly. Hold on, it's loading. Okay, so it says, made a lot of friends very upset by posting my gay thirst traps, so to make up for it, here's straight thirst traps. And then it's like his implied nudes, you know, him posting his ass. Like I said, I really can't show a lot of them here. But you can see, like, in this one, it's blocked out, but you can see it. You get the idea, right? Of him showing his ass. And okay, he's saying he's not gay, he's not cross-dressing. Just keep that in mind when we're watching this.
Now infamous photo, I'll put it up here for your viewing pleasure. That's from a photo shoot that I did with the band that I was in when I was 18. That's why I'm
yeah, except the other stuff was not a photo shoot. So it seems very dishonest to call this a photo shoot. Like, oh, that makes it less gay?
holding a guitar and I'm posing. I didn't just fucking walk around in full, like, drag.
It seems like he didn't just walk around. It seems like he constantly posted himself on the internet doing gay stuff. Again, go watch the previous stream where we get more into it, but I don't know. to blame the pills on that.
Drag makeup, carrying a guitar like when I was 18. That's why I'm holding a guitar and I'm posing. I didn't just fucking walk around in full like drag makeup carrying a guitar like a fucking psycho. I'm actually in the bathroom of my old apartment in that photo, and if you look in the mirror, the person taking the photo was my little girlfriend from the time.
Guys, is it straight to dress like a sissy and wear lipstick and makeup and put on pantyhose? Like, he was online talking about, in his old account, talking about how he's a sub sissy thirsting after BBC.
So Sarah, if you're watching this, I don't know why you would be, but great photography work. You're famous. Music's still on Spotify, by the way. You can go check it out. I archived all of it in 2022, so you can go listen to it. It was pretty good. The band broke up because of my drug problem, but we played a bunch of shows in Brooklyn, like Bushwick, Brooklyn, where all of these assholes like live, so they probably have heard of it before. As for the less than savory tweets, what can I say? I was a drugged out degenerate. I was in college. I mean, I don't consider myself gay in any way, but like the gayest shit I ever had the balls or fish-netted ass, I suppose, to do was like go to sex parties in Manhattan. I never like fucked a man. I would queer bait on social media. That's a leftist word. I used to.
Yeah, he was just queer baiting. He was just pretending to be gay. You know, it really comes across like he's just lying, and it's just so. There's so much cognitive dissonance.
Be part of like the leftist camp, and I used to orient my sort of like ideological mind towards leftism, which still informs much of my politics today. I don't really consider myself right wing.
He doesn't consider himself right wing, but he worked for Rift TV, which is owned by Elijah Schaefer. Huh? Like, he's like, guys, I'm not gay, but also I'm like not even right wing. Even though I worked for a right wing company with right wing politics. Like, my politics actually align closer with gays, and also I worked for a guy who's known to have weird stuff with boys, like guys. Like, a lot of people have spoken up about the Elijah Schaefer stuff and how he is thirsting after D, okay?
In a conventional sense. I wasn't raised conservative, and many of my economic ideas are still very left-wing, but yes, I would queer bait on social media.
By boys, I meant guys, not underage. I don't know anything about underage stuff.
Yeah, so I could bang leftist women. Something that a lot of people do.
He's saying he wants to
many of my
queer
economic
bait
ideas
to
are
bang
still very
women.
left-wing, but yes, I would queer bait on social media so I could bang leftist women.
Like, that's not what happened there. Women, does he think like that's something women want? Like, I guess some women like buy presenting guys, but like, it's, to me it seems like he's de-hungry.
Something that a lot of people do, and a lot of my detractors did, and it's something of which I did a lot, okay? I mean, fucking, come on, look at me. Listen,
So we have, I'm not gay. I was pretending to be gay. But also, I'm just like Hassan, who has several images of him making out with men. Not helping your case there. Lots of incongruence.
No, you're not into that, okay? I get it. We're supposed to be.
It feels like gaslighting. Like, he's saying, like, we're the crazy ones for thinking that this is gay. Yeah, just like Dan Holland said. Hold on. He said, I'm not gay, I just dress gay so gay guys could jerk off to me. Joke's on them, though, because I jerked off to a guy, and that's not gay. Yeah, we're being gaslit. I feel gaslit.
Conservative. I get it. You're not into that. But, like, imagine for a minute that you're, like, a SSRI'd out, brain-fried, fucking, like, leftist woman zombie. Like, moths to a flame. I mean, come on. I gotta lose some fucking weight.
He thinks he's a pussy magnet?
Man, I looked so fucking good. Ugh, dude.
You're not helping your case when you're saying, I was just cross-dressing for a photo shoot. Meanwhile, all this other gay stuff you did was not a photo shoot. And then you're like, damn, I look good. I would fuck me. Like, he sounds like Buffalo Bill. Is that the guy's name from Silence of the Lambs? Yeah, I would fuck me. I look so good there. But I'm not gay. But damn, my ass look good.
Never grow up. Speaking of which, yes, I weigh a bunch.
And that's not the only time he said that. Before someone says, oh, he's being sarcastic. No. He tweeted it too. He said his ass looked good.
Is when you get clean, you gain a bunch of weight because you're eating more. I'm actually just now getting it off of me, which, by the way, I was like 320.
All right, I don't need to see that. Okay, let's go to around here. He's totally trolling gay guys, right?
In 2023, I entered into catechism with the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese.
Yeah, we went over this in the other stream. He converted to Catholicism to ungay himself.
And in the spring of 2024, a year later, I was baptized in the saintly name of Ioannis Chrysostomos. I have the document hanging up in my house next to my icons. I posted it on.
So, by the way, sorry it's getting like a little bit pixely with my internet, but basically he's showing how religious he is now. He's like pandering to the right-wing values, saying like, guys, look how Christian I am. I forget if it was like Orthodox or Catholic, whatever. Look how Christian I am. But earlier he's like, guys, I'm not even right-wing though. Even though I work for a right-wing political company, I'm not even right-wing though. Damn, my ass looks good in those pantyhose. Do you see the constant cognitive dissonance happening here?
My social media before. And yeah, so my political views changed a lot during catechism because they make you study the entire history of the 20th century in the East. Like once you get to the Bolshevik part of that story, you're basically Europa pilled, okay? So yeah, like my political beliefs changed.
But you're not right wing. Anyone buying this? He's Europa pilled, but he's not right wing. That's very odd. And your politics changed. You know, he mentioned that his politics changed since getting off of the SSRIs, but he's not right wing. And he's Europa pilled. And he's talking about how good his ass looked in pantyhose and dressing like a woman and wearing.
My economic beliefs didn't change that much, but my social beliefs changed. And by the way, this isn't some Nala Fitness situation, okay? Where I'm going from sucking dick to all of a sudden I get baptized at, fucking Pastor Scooter.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I believe Nala's case more than his.
Bob's non-denominational drive-through church, and all of a sudden I start selling Christian courses on fucking Instagram, okay? I had to go through catechism. That's like a whole...
Yeah, but he admitted to, like, lying for his content in those DM screenshots, and like that he like lied about Indians or whatever for content. He was like trying to play down his content.
Whole year thing that's registered and written down with the Archdiocese. You guys even found photos from the baptism, which I don't know how the fuck. I gotta give some of you guys credit, okay? You guys, I don't know. You guys found some shit on me. I'll give you that one. And yes, for those who did some advanced digging, it was on the way in this journey that I met a woman who I love very, very much. Palestinian Orthodox girl. We're not together right now because of my past and because I...
Did he just put a bleach meme on the screen talking about, guys, I'm like dating this brown girl. I'm actually real racist because all the cool racists date brown women. But I'm not right wing though. I don't even know why you guys consider me right wing. But I date brown girls, and I'm like bleaching her. And here's some memes to pander.
This shit caused a lot of issues in my personal life, which is, again, none of your fucking business.
You know what? You caused your own issues in your dating life. If your girlfriend, your lay brown girlfriend, found out you were... First off, you're undermining the entire thing. You're saying it's not lay gay. If it's not lay gay, then why did your girlfriend break up with you? It must be pretty gay that she broke up with you. And second off, that's your own fault. You could have told her about your past. That's your own fault for not being honest. Why is that the internet's fault? This shift of blame. This is what I'm saying. It's not a good way to address this. It feels like gaslighting. It feels like a lack of responsibility. And it feels like he's pandering to a group of people that are the ones that outed him. And he's like putting bleach memes. I'm the real racist. Guys, Europa.
But she's very important to me and someone I love very dearly. She's not
Christian.
a public person, which is why I don't really talk about her. She's also why I can speak rudimentary Arabic and know who Fairuz is. So halas, the hamar.
Oh my god, that's like the gayest thing of the entire video. You let the woman convert you? You're the guy. You're supposed to be the one, like, not to say that you don't rub off on each other, but like, you know when women get opinions fucked into them? He's basically admitting to that. He's admitting his brown girlfriend that doesn't want him fucked her opinions into him. Like, he got fucked by her. Probably with a strap on.
Stop asking those questions. So, I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I like to bleach. I'm British. What
Oh my god, another bleaching meme. Haha, guys, I'm bleaching.
can I say?
I'm
We
not
aim
right-wing,
to
though.
colonize, okay? And yes, she had a profound impact on my politics, and I'm actually very grateful to her for that. And so I don't know. When we start the remigrations, can you guys just give me this one? I mean, honestly, if you think about it, having a brown girl in my life kind of makes me the truest racist of them all. For all of
But he's not right wing. He's just William.
you thinking, man, this guy's fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm a complicated individual, okay? I run an entire production
Okay, if you're that mentally fucked up, why do you run a production where you're like a front-facing political-esque figure?
studio here. I work like 12 hours a day pumping out content, doing the job
Yeah, well, it's not quality content, because look at the amount of cognitive distance you have here. You didn't think this through.
of like 8 different people. I edit, I do all the graphic design. That level of skill doesn't come without some neurotic baggage. Reason, I suppose, I have to share.
He's a guy and he's neurotic. The girl's supposed to be neurotic. How is she going to get to flip out when she gets her period if you're also being a little girl? Like,
Share all of this with you is because this isn't information that I put out. I'm very new to this. I only blew up like tail end of last year, but it's also, again, like none of your fucking business. If I was
why are you attacking the audience? You're supposed to be making this right, addressing the elephant in the room. You're trying to pander to them 1 second, then the next second it's none of your fucking business, and I'm gaslighting you, and actually you guys, like, the things you saw aren't true, they're not real. Actually, I'm lay-based racist, but not right. This
making
is
content
insane.
like, here's how to be a good Christian. Here's William's guide to being a better man. Okay, then it would be relevant.
But he just spent like an entire minute of the video talking about how Christian
Like, you'd want your gym trainer to be a bodybuilder, okay? If your gym trainer was a fat guy, you would have some questions. But that's not what I do. I never claimed to do that. I'm not a partisan for any fucking organization or ideology. I make clips for God. I make 90-second clips about Jews and Indians. That's my job. I was an editor. I was a social media manager. I decided to put up some videos so I could better my portfolio, not expecting it to.
By the way, talking about Jews and Indians, but not right wing, not at all.
Go anywhere. I just put them up because I work with a lot of right-wing influencers. They blew up.
Working with a bunch of right-wing influencers, not right-wing at all.
Because they're good, because I make good things. And now I'm here, and now this is my full-time gig, because I've effectively made myself unemployable. I actually was fired from doing social media management for a political campaign. I can't say who. I really wish I could, but you could probably guess, seeing as I live near Manhattan, so all I'm gonna say.
Who was it? Wasn't Mamdani, was it?
That's all I'm gonna say. And by the way, I have no reason to lie to you people, because like, if I was gay, I would just be gay. If I was a tranny, I'd be a tranny. I live in New Jersey. Nobody gives a fuck around here. And the fucking Baptist
This is such damage control. This is the worst damage control I have ever seen, I think. Top 3 worst damage control. The copium is on max. Like, you know when you go to the doctor and you press for more morphine and they stop when it maxes out. That's what he's doing with the copium, and it's maxing out. He can't get any more.
Assholes who started this whole thing, they lap it up for Milo all the fucking time. And as some of you have figured out, I do have some connections to the Daily Wire. Do you know how easy it would have been to go and run water for fucking Ben Shapiro and talk about how much Hamas hates based fucking gays like me and do the whole MAGA LGB without the T routine? You know how fucking easy it would be for me to do that? But no, I'm here doing this for you ungrateful assholes. Whatever.
So everyone is the ungrateful asshole. He goes and attacks his audience again that he's trying to pander to. They're ungrateful assholes for William's amazing work that he just downplayed 2 minutes ago, talking about, oh guys, I just make content on the Jews and Indians. I don't know why people are acting like I sell them something, like I'm this prolific figure. But also, you guys are so ungrateful for my amazing actions and my charity work. Why aren't you grateful for it? Like, I thought he was playing down his content, saying it was nothing, and now it's like, oh, appreciate my gay charity work. Appreciate my content. You guys are so ungrateful.
Dude, believe what you want to believe about me. I don't really give a shit. Okay, I'm not a Groyper general. I met Nick Fuentes one time for like 30 seconds. I'm not a right-wing influencer, okay?
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Okay, I'm not here to teach you how to be a based avocado rare steak, JD Vance voting, whatever. I'm Vrillium, okay?
There's nothing wrong with avocado steak. Okay, never mind. That might be the gayest thing of the video.
I'm Vrillium, okay? I'm an oddball. I'm a weird guy. I have a fucked up past. And while I'm doing better in life, glory be to God, you know, at some point I'm probably gonna land myself in controversy again, which none of that has any bearing over my content.
Guys, I'm like so weird. I'm like Vrillium, and I like BBC because I'm Vrillium, and I like cross-dressing, but I'm not gay. Teehee. I'm so different. I'm just Vrillium. That's just me. I'm so quirky.
I've never tried to tell you how to live or what to think. I've never even condemned gay people or trannies. The only people I've really...
It doesn't make sense. None of it's making sense. He's not condemning gay people or tranny, but you better not call him it. You better not call him one.
My past makes you want to unfollow. Go ahead. I don't care. If you think I'm bad for the movement, first off, that's genuinely fucking retarded. Like, I need you to know that. Second,
if you didn't care, then like, why are you addressing the elephant in the room and making an 11-minute video? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why are you damage controlling
was
them?
I supposed to be representing? Did you really think that?
You see, and there's the gaslight again. What movement was I supposed to be representing? But you guys don't appreciate my content. He's trying to act like a leader.
Genius behind masterpieces such as e-bikes and illegals, Indian
And there he
honor
goes downplaying
scamming.
his content
Did you really
again.
think that guy was going to be a thought leader? Really?
Were you guys really just that stupid? You guys were retards and you fell for it. You fell for my content? Oh my god. You guys are my followers. You're a bunch of fucking retards and you fell for a guy like me?
You really think that guy was going to save Western civilization? Like, come on.
Come on, guys. You fell for it. You fell for my content. You actually fell for my grift. Come on, guys.
I'm an entertainer. I entertain. I like to make people laugh. I like to say informative things. And yeah, when I express my political opinions, I'm being genuine. But I'm no expert. I'm none of these things. I'm just an angry young man. And if you've ever related to my content, if you've ever related to my videos, you haven't done some great revolutionary act, okay? You're just also angry. We collectively have accomplished nothing. I just have the balls to be honest about it, okay?
No, you don't. That's how you got here in the first place. If you had the balls to be honest about it, your girlfriend wouldn't have left you. But she left you when she saw you shoving things up your butt, posting photos of it, and talking about how you want dick, and cross-dressing with makeup on, and posting videos of you, like, moaning in a girly voice. Like, being cock-thirsty. If you had the balls, that wouldn't have happened because she would have already known about it. And your whole fan base wouldn't be turning against you as you're gaslighting them and trying to do damage control. You didn't have balls. That's the problem here. You kept trying to and even in this video, you kept trying to pander to the group and pretending to be in it 1 second, and then the next second, oh, guys, you believe that? I'm just really, I'm quirked up.
I and all of my contemporaries, the actual right-wing influencers, none of us are more impactful than your least favorite OnlyFans girl. There's like 3 genuine people in this thing. That's why I admire someone like Fuentes so much, because...
But he's not a groiper, guys. But he's not a groiper. He admires Fuentes. It's not surprising. It's not surprising.
He's genuine and he's actually doing something. Everybody else...
aged like milk.
Kind of runs downstream from that. And I don't know, if you don't want to accept that
He's
reality, if you want to buy this line that these people are fucking influential, has any kind of sway over the government, sorry, but you're fucking retarded. Like, that's ridiculous. There you go. There's the... Can you guys fucking leave me alone now? Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna leave you alone forever. Your career is gonna be left alone.
Son Piker covered this shit. That's fucking crazy, dude. Okay.
Yeah, leave me alone as I strike out at you and gaslight you and call you stupid for watching my content. Yeah, that seriously has to be the worst way you could ever possibly address something like this. This is one of those things where it's like the Pearl debate. It needs to be in like classrooms for psychology to learn from. Like, this should be in a media training class. Like, if I had a media training course, I would be including that and breaking it down. Some of the replies to this were really funny too. Like, you guys know that episode of The Sopranos where he gets found out for being gay? Don't pause the video for like a minute if you don't want it spoiled, but it's this clip. Let's see if it'll play.
Tony.
So he goes into hiding because they find out he's gay.
Hey, what the fuck? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. He's just there, that's all. You sandbagged me and cut your fucking throat open. I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do. I want back in.
So he wants back in the mafia after he's been found out of being gay.
Can I sit? No, you can't sit. It's complicated. I was working things out. I'm sure it gets complicated when you're taking it up your fag ass. I'm not a fag. I never was. Excuse me? It was the medication I was on for my blood pressure. It fucked with my head, but I'm over that now.
This is literally what William said. He literally watched this episode and tried to get away with it. It was the medication I was on.
I could probably get a letter from my doctor. A note from your doctor saying you don't like to suck cock? First off, I pay my way back in. I got $200K that goes directly to you personally. No one else needs to know.
Honestly, he should have taken the bribery route. It would have probably worked out better for him. I'm doing a rewatch of The Sopranos, actually. It's my third watch through, and it's just as good. Great rewatch value. I could probably get a letter from my doctor. Oh, it's too good. It's too good. I can't wait to get to that episode. I'm on season 1 right now of the rewatch. Oh, you guys are clipping me? That's so nice of you. Yeah, so I've been writing articles, guys, and I wrote one on the simp economy. And took a minute to write. I was pulling up all the statistics, but basically what's interesting is that OnlyFans is known as a pornography website, and through all this researching you come to find out it's not only that, but it's what's with it. It's because, I mean, everyone kind of knew this, but looking through the statistics gave more insight to the parasocial aspect of it, because apparently most of their money, like 70% of it, comes from custom requests and messages, not from the subscription price itself. Because, you know, you look at it and you're like, you're selling that for a cheeseburger? You're selling your pussy for a cheeseburger, right? But it's coming from requests. And we knew from the start they take requests, right? But it's crazy that 70% of their income is from that. Meaning, even for the top girls, their income is reliant on doing what their audience asks for. So imagine, like, they're like, yeah, go sideways before you spread your cheeks open, and then put some ketchup in it, and then put your finger in it and lick it. Like, you're subject to that. You have to do that if you want to make money on OnlyFans. And they just keep pushing it more and more as they request more things. So you have to just do really gross stuff, potentially, especially if you're a guy, because you scroll down here and it turns out men on OnlyFans, if they want to statistically make any money, which there's not much money to be made anyway, what was it, like 1/3 of the platform's money goes, or 2/3 of the platform's money goes to top creators or something. The top tier creators are just below 6 figures a year, and that's like without benefits, that's without insurance. Like, imagine if you live in New York, that money goes like water. It's nothing. You have nothing to save. You can't even build wealth off of that at all. Even if you're more safe with your money, it's difficult. So you are doing all that just to make potentially that much. It's not a guarantee. Most people are making below minimum wage doing OnlyFans. And then when you're a guy, it's even worse. When you're gay for pay, you have to do so much stuff just to try to make it. Just to try to make a little bit of money. So it really is about the parasocial aspect of it. Because it's the connection that they want. It's the connection. They want to feel something. The person paying for it wants to feel like they're in control. They want to feel like they're connected to that person. And when you're looking through the statistics, a lot of these guys are married. So it's not like, oh, it's just like incels, whatever. So that's the reason they're paying for it. Because a lot of people don't understand the psychology of why. It's because of the intimacy aspect. That's why it makes more money than other forms of prostitution or pornography. $2 from Joshua Williams. Have you heard of TikTok beggars? Oh, is this like a step further from the NPC thing where they emote for money? So good. Lizzie, so good. Send him 2-3 years, Dagestan and forget. Dagestan? What does that say? Thank you for the $2. $5 from BM. Let me move that here. I feel this trifling Valium fella is panhandling for any attention. He tries so hard to pander to righties and backpedals and says he isn't right-leaning. Yeah, that's what I mean. Then he says he's into brown ladies, typical grifter mentality. It's like, what are you doing? Marquis Dena, $2. If quartering was Californian, you get this guy. I didn't hear about quartering putting things up his butt. Okay, I think... Here it is. Joshua Williams, $5, super chat. He's giving Buffalo Bill vibes when he cross-dresses. Yeah. Very heavy on that theme tonight. Okay. I think I'm caught up on that. But yeah, if you want to read my article about it, it's on my Twitter. On Twitter, there's an article tab now when you go to people's profiles. But yeah, a lot of the guys are married, buying it, and it's like all of OnlyFans is pretty much porn, like 90% of it. And basically it's capitalizing on men wanting to be close to women, just like anything else with dating apps or like certain Twitch streamers. And I talk about the hidden statistic of OnlyFans, which is basically that they used to have a referral program where they would make money off of referring women. So if a girl clicked your link and opened OnlyFans account and then made money off of it, you would also make money off of it. And that's a legacy feature where all the girls were doing that. So all these girls got memed into making OnlyFans because they didn't realize that there was an incentive to get them on the platform. It's not like, guys, my life is so glamorous, I want to share the wealth with you. It's more like, I'm going to pretend it's glamorous, ignore all the cons, pretend I'm making more money than what I am to get you to sign up for it so I make money. It's like, it's giving Andrew Tate. It's scheming. It's like his Hustler University BS with the referral program and paying to get the link. This is what I mean. Like, the red pill shit is just like OnlyFans girls, except it's even less honest. You should start a Substack. I do have a Substack, but I don't write on it. I've been utilizing the articles. I'm kind of curious what will happen if I keep writing articles on X. But yeah, if you guys want something to read, I wrote a lot of articles. It is unfortunate that the ones that are more important, like the organ donor one, talking about how that guy almost got butchered alive, like those ones don't get as many views as the ones of me talking about the red pill. And both need attention, but yeah. I still will continue to make articles on and videos on topics that are important to me regardless. But that's something I've noticed. Oh man. I talked a lot this stream. Yeah, the male simps are seething. Oh yeah. There's something I wanted to find in my article about the red pill and groypers. I know. I guess I just wanted to say that it's very similar to like OnlyFans girls, except they're just profiting off of the OnlyFans girls' sexuality and then pretending their hands are clean of it. I don't see the organ donor one. I'll show you it. So you go here and you scroll down, why I'm not an organ donor. And I've been sitting on this for years and years. I don't even know. It might be like 9 years or something. I've known about this a long time. And there's never been an opportunity for me to speak on it, especially after the COVID stuff and how YouTube was censoring people for speaking up against the vaccine, which ended up being true. And yeah, I think there's a lot to say about it and a lot of things that people don't know. Like, most people don't know you need to be alive to have your organs harvested, and that's a huge factor. It's like, okay, well, how did they determine brain death? You know, these are things you should know when you're signing up to be an organ donor, and the stories of people almost being butchered alive. And it brings up the question, well, how many people were butchered alive because they were falsely diagnosed with brain death? And they're determining brain death by pretty rudimentary means, which I go into in the article. But if you guys want to read that, it's on there. And I do appreciate you guys retweeting. Like I said, I'm not going to win the $1 million prize because it's like, first off, with the rules, they don't even define what's political. So it's already vague to like disqualify people. And also, I'm sure some person's just going to write it with AI and then pretend it's not AI, whatever. Like, I don't think deeper topics or like insightful things about certain topics that are taboo are going to be rewarded in this competition. But that's really not the point of me entering it. The point is to sharpen my skill and seeing how far can my willpower go with doing it. Can you really, if you put your mind to it, can you really do it? It's not about the prize money because it's extremely unlikely. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't do it. But it would be cool to have $2 million, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've touched on organ donor stuff in the past, but I didn't make it like super in depth like I did in this article. And the worst part is, guys, this is a topic that it's really hard to find information on. And they purposely hide things like certain laws and stuff like that are hard to find. And how to remove yourself off the donor list. Stuff like that's really difficult. You can't just get a new driver's license. It's not enough, especially in some states. But it's not an article against organ donation in terms of like, oh, no, you shouldn't do it. It's more like you should know what you're doing and decide if you're charitable enough to be putting yourself at that risk. That second story was hard to read. What, the organ donor one? Yeah. Am I a journalist or something? They call me many things. Brittany, Venti, and Adam Preach talking about the same topic. Yes. Yeah. I watched their video on the Pearl debate thing. It's a good watch. But I'm glad that the real ones are enjoying the articles. And the haters are hating any way they can. They're like, you wrote an article and you did that for blah 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 views? God forbid. God forbid I put effort into something. God forbid I try to provide the internet with content when the entire internet is dying and has no good content to consume. Which is another motivator here. It's like as long as I am contributing to making something entertaining on the internet, I have a right to complain that the internet sucks. I rest well knowing that I did the most that I could and that I have the right to complain about it. When Pearl says she has black fatigue, it means she's physically tired from getting ran through by black guys. I can't argue with that. My color scheme 8 as per usual. Thank you. Well, thank you guys for coming to the stream. Thank you to our stream sponsor, BM, for supporting the stream. Thank you guys for all the super chats and support. I hope this was an exciting stream for you. What a great year 2026 has been to shit on the red pill, right? But yeah, I do have some articles I already wrote, plan to release them. And I think I'm going to do one for each day because it's a 2-week entry period. So it's until the next pay period on Twitter. So I think I'm going to try to have at least, so it's 14 days. I'm going to try to have 14 total articles by the time the contest ends. No one else is doing it. Why not? But yeah. Have a good night, guys, and make sure you check out reidsoap.shop, my candles and soaps, and they also have other products. I helped design some of them. Arctic Waves is really good. Ayla Mouse, one I recently designed, that one's really good. A lot of people were liking that one. Bimbo Frost I designed. Bimbo Candle I designed. The Bimbo Candle smells literally like Starburst when you light it. It's really good. But yeah, there's body sprays, there's beard oil, there's body scrubs, all that type of stuff. And there's stuff for guys too, like the beard oil and some soaps. So check it out. There's the link, and you are supporting the stream by buying the products here. So